Hi, this is Yolanda Van Veen, and in this segment we're going to learn all about how to grow a tomato, upside down tomato, using a bucket. And it's really easy to do. Now, tomatoes will grow pretty much anywhere they get a lot of sun. And there's many different types of tomatoes. And the trend now is to put them in hanging baskets or in a hanging bucket with them growing out the bottom. And it's pretty simple. But basically, you need to start with either a tomato plant that's always already growing, just barely growing, and a seed tray is particularly the best because you don't want a big root base to stick into your pot. And an easy way to start your tomatoes is right in a seed tray. You just use some nice seed starting mix that's high in vermiculite or peat moss, and then you just put your seeds right into there about 1 inch deep, and they'll start growing. And once they have a good root mass, you can transplant them to your bucket. When using a bucket, you can use pretty much any type of bucket, and you can paint it or you can just leave it the way it is. And it's great because it'll hang right upside down. And the trick is to cut holes into the side along above the top. So they're about at least 3 to 4 inches long, at least 2 or 3 inches tall. Once you have your tomatoes growing, you can turn around and just put your tomato start right into the side of the bucket. Make sure there's nice good compost or potting soil in the bucket for it to grab onto. And it'll just grow right out the side of the bucket. And you can hang it up as well. And as long as you keep it watered, but don't let it sit in too much water, it'll start rotting. And make sure it's got lots of hot, full sun to grow. And the tomatoes will just grow right out of the bucket. You can even have them come out of the top of the bucket. A lot of times I like to start them out of the top and the bottom, and then you have a full range of tomatoes in your bucket because they'll grow from the top and the bottom. And because they're a vine, you can pretty much just wrap them anywhere that you want. So make sure that they don't stay too wet or too dry. Give them lots and lots of water when they are growing, and make sure and trim out the tomatoes as soon as they're ripe so they keep producing more tomatoes. So growing an upside down tomato basket in a bucket is really quite easy.